Good morning, first graders. Today we're on page 223 of your student journal, page 223. And our objective for today is, today I will use the place value strategy to add without regrouping. Okay, so let's underline this. Today we're using a new strategy called the place value strategy. So we're going to still add, but this is a new strategy. Our last strategy we did was called draw a picture strategy. Now we're using something called the place value strategy. Okay, so let's look at our vocabulary. Okay, our first thing is they're giving us an equation. So they're giving us 23 plus 6 equals. Okay, so what do we know about 23 and 6? Well, I know in 23, I know the 3 is in my ones place and the 2 is in my tens place. I also know in the 6, that's just in my ones place. Okay, so what did they do in the place value strategy? Let's look at this, friends. For 23, they said we had 2 tens. If I had 2 tens equals 20 because I have 10 plus another 10, 10 and 10 is 20. And then they said I had 3 ones, so in the ones column, they put a 3. And when they're adding to it is 6 ones. There's no tens here, so that's why there's nothing here, but they put a 6 in the ones. And then they added these. Now they might have chose to count on to add them, but they said that 3 ones plus 6 ones equals 9 ones. And then 20 plus nothing equals 20. So in the tens column they had a 20, in the ones column they have a 9, and when you put 20 and 9 together, you get a sum. Sum means the answer of 29. Okay, they also did this in working form, which we did in our last lesson, where we lined up our ones in a column and we lined up our tens in a column. So we're going to be practicing both of those. Okay, so let's look at our steps. Our steps say we're going to decompose the add-ins. The add-ins are the two numbers we're adding into tens and ones. And then we're going to add the ones. We always add the ones first, and then add the tens, and then compose to find the sum. When they say compose, friends, they mean put them back together right here. This is what they mean. So when they say compose, they mean right there. So they put 20 and 9 back to 29. That's what compose means. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm going to get started on my first problem. And here's my first problem. Okay, my first problem says 66 plus 2 equals blank. Okay, so what do I know first? I'm going to put my place values on top of my add-ins. And I know this is my ones place value, and that's called my tens place value. And this is called my ones place value. Okay, so what do I know about 66, friends? It has 6 tens. Look at that, 6 tens. What are 6 tens? Well, if I count by 10 6 times, what do I get? I get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 6 tens is 60. So in my tens column, I'm going to put a 60 because 6 tens is 60. And then I also have 6 ones. If you just have 6 ones, it's just 6. So my ones, 6 ones. Okay, what do they want me to add? My next added is 2. Notice there's no tens, friend. There's nothing there. So I'm not going to put anything in the tens column. But what do I have? I have 2 ones. So I set up my problem. Okay, now I'm ready to add. And when I add, I always start in the ones column. You always start in the ones. So if I have 6 ones plus 2 ones. So I have 6. I'm going to count on 6, 7, 8. So in my ones column, I have an 8. In my tens column, I just have 60 plus nothing is 60. So my answer is 60 and then 8. So when I put those together, I have 60 plus 8. So 68. That's how I say it, 68. So my sum, or my answer, is 68. Okay, in working form, what does this look like? Okay, I'm going to draw a line between my ones column and my tens column. Ready? So my first addend is 66. So the 6 goes in the tens column and the 6 goes in the ones. My next addend is just a 2 in the ones, and there's nothing here. So what do I get? I get 6, 7, 8. So when I add 6 and 2, I get 8. And then in this column, I only have a 6. So look at what my answer is. 68. It's the same. Okay, let me show you another one of these, friends. Here's my next one. Okay, this time, my addends are 73 and 16. So it's 73 plus 16. So I'm going to put my place values on top. Ones, tens. Ones, tens. Okay, so I need to decompose these. So 73 has 7 tens. 7 tens is 70. And it has 3 ones. So in the ones column, I put a 3. Okay, my next addend is 16. It has 1 10. 1 10 is just 10. And 6 ones is 6. Okay, so I decompose these. Now I'm ready to add the ones first. Remember, we always add the ones first. So if I have 3 plus 6, I can usually count on with the largest. So I'm going to say I have 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. And if I have 70 and I add 10 more than 70 is 80. So when I put these together, I have 80 plus 9. So I have 89. So my sum, or my answer, is 89. Okay, let's see what this looks like using working form. Okay, I'm going to put the 7 in the tens column and the 3 in the ones column. And I'm going to put the 1 in the tens column and the 6 in the ones column. So I have 3 plus 6 equals 9. And 7 tens plus 1 10 equals 8 tens. So my answer is 89. Okay, friends, let's see what some of these look like together. Let's work on page 224. So we're on page 224. Okay, our first problem says 34 plus 3. Okay, so our first addend is 34. So let's put a O on top of the 4 for the ones place and a T for the tens place. And 3 just has a ones place. There's no tens place. Okay, so ready? Our first addend is 34 and it has 3 tens. So 3 tens is 30. And it has 4 ones. And 4 ones is 4. Okay, our second addend doesn't have any tens. So we're going to leave this blank, but it has 3 ones. So in the ones column, let's put a 3. Okay, now we're ready to add. And where do we always add first? We always add our ones first. Okay, so we have 4 ones plus 3 ones. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ones. And we have 30 plus nothing, which is just 30. Okay, so what's our answer then? Our answer is 30 plus 7. So 37 is our answer, or our sum, we call it. Okay, Let's try this in working form. So in working form, let's first draw a straight line between my tens column and my ones column. Okay, let's put 34 like this. The 3 in the tens and the 4 in the ones. And then we just have a 3 in the ones. Okay, so what do we get? We get 4 plus 3 ones. So 4 ones plus 3 ones is 7 ones. And 3 tens plus nothing is 3 tens. So our sum is 37. Okay, friends, let's try another one of these together. Here's our last one together. And this time our add-ins are 46 and 32. Okay, ready? So for 46, let's put our ones, a 0 for ones and a T for tens. I'm sorry, an O for ones and a T for tens. And an O for ones and a T for tens. Okay, so our tens, here we have 4 tens. So 4 tens is 40. Because I have 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, and my 6 ones is just 6. Okay, so my next add-in has 3 tens. So 3 tens is 10, 20, 30. 3 tens is 30. And 2 ones is 2. Okay, so we decomposed our add-ins. Now we're ready to add, and we always start in the ones column. Ready? So we have 6, and then if we count on, we have 6, 7, 8. So in our ones column, we have 8. Okay, this one might be a little tricky, but if we have 40, and we're going to add 3 more tens, we have 40, 50, 60, 70, because I added 3 more, I added 30. So I have 70. Okay, so we have 70 plus 8 is 70.